Delaney and I just did our workout like an hour and a half ago, I think. So, okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our 21-day fix and extreme support call. This is a kickoff call for everybody that is in this round. You know, and if you watch this recording and you're a person who didn't really commit to this round, or you weren't really sure if you wanted to, you're welcome to listen to the recordings. You're welcome to join live into the calls. If you're in the group, you're welcome to be on it. And if you didn't commit to yourself because maybe you're afraid, or maybe you thought, maybe you're this type of person who, if you do commit, you feel like then you're going to fail. Almost like if you tell people you're kind of watching what you eat, then you feel like you kind of self-sabotage. So you keep it to yourself. You keep it a little secret, because honestly then when you fail, or if you fail, nobody knows, you know, and but what I want to urge you to do is kind of go outside your comfort zone. And if you guys know anybody who's doing that, urge them to commit anyway and see what happens, you know, after the 21 days. And all they're doing, you know, we're not taking a right finger, we're not taking a left arm. It's just committing so people can see what's possible in the very end when they don't give up on themselves. So, that being said, we have quite a few people that are committing, and I don't have very many pictures. I have a few, so you have to have your pictures in to even be considered for the prize. So don't blow it on the first day. Get some pictures in. We're not sharing them. It's not for me to post or share. Those are your pictures. I know for me, I know it takes a lot to share pictures and a lot of trust. So I thank you so much for sharing what you've shared with me so far. And take your measurements. I know I say this every single time, but there's always somebody who doesn't, and then they kick themselves in the end, and they're like, shoot, I wish I would have taken my measurements. So don't be that person and kick yourself, because, you know, your butt probably is going to be put through enough torture this next 21 days anyway that you don't want to cause any extra soreness, you know? So go ahead.
If we are a coach, still send our pictures to you?
You send them to your coach, actually.
Okay, so I should
send them to your coach. But if you have a coach that's not really engaged, you can send them to me, or send them to somebody else that you feel comfortable with as a coach. Does that make sense?
Yep, that's fine. I just haven't shared mine with Sherry. I can. It's no big deal.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So and you know what? And it's one of those things where maybe give her warning, I'm sending these to you, and tell her what you're feeling and thinking, and then send them. You know, it is scary. It is, I don't think there's a better word for it other than scary. You guys have a better word for it?
No, just like I posted my bikini pictures last time. It's scary.
Oh, you looked awesome, Dana.
Thanks, Anne-Marie.
You totally did. Yeah, she looked super awesome. It's scary, but then no, that's your baseline. That's all it is it's a baseline. So you can see how awesome you did in 21 days. And even for some people, the journey's so different. For you, it might be a lot more weight loss and less inches. For someone else, it might be less inches, or opposite. I don't even remember what I just said. So it would be opposite, where you know, we've had people actually go through this program and lose 0 weight and lost 18 inches. So if you're a person who only did the weight measurement with the scale, you're thinking that you totally failed in the end, because you see 0, no change. But having done those measurements, it was a loss of 18 inches. That's a huge difference. So how everybody's body responds is going to be really different. And it's so easy to be envious of somebody else's numbers that they post or share, especially for those of us that are such slaves to the scale. And when we see that number go down, our personal value goes up. That's what we've always done, or many of us have always done throughout our life. Don't be that person. Dare to be different this time. And even if you have to talk yourself out of that jealousy feeling, be happy for people and just know, okay, my body is going to respond how it needs to respond. I'm going to eat the food, I'm going to do the movement, and my body is going to respond. So usually in week 1 with 21-day fix, people lose more weight than inches. So it's not uncommon to see someone lose 6 pounds, 3 pounds, you know, in the first week, and lose less inches than pounds. Now week 2 that flips. In week 2 it's usually less poundage and more inches that are lost. So that's typical for that. Now 21 Day Fix Extreme, that's going to really depend on your body. Some people aren't losing anything, but they're losing a boat ton of inches because you're doing a lot of strength training and changing your body that way. So your body might be the type that is getting leaner, tighter, smaller, and it's not showing on the scale because your body is, I don't want to say your body mass is still there, but it's shrinking because you are taking and strengthening your body, so therefore your body's able to just be more efficient, calorie burn-wise, and it's also more muscular. So that cinches you in like a little, I don't know. I'm thinking bustier, but I don't think that's the right word. Corset. Corset. Is that different than a bustier?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. I think one is maybe more for the girls. The other one is the waist. Okay, thank you. See, you learn a lot on these calls. And usually it's because I don't know the right word, and I just say what comes right to my head, and it's usually not right. But so that is what to. What's that? What's that noise?
I don't know.
You hear that? Okay.
Did you get a weird buzz?
Like a horn. Okay. Maybe nobody else heard it. It was just me. Now I'm hearing things. Talking about this stage, now I'm hearing things. This is awesome. So
I heard it.
oh, thanks. You didn't ring. Because I heard 40. That's what it is.
I don't know what it was, but I heard it.
All right.
There it goes again.
Here it is. Somebody's totally messing with us.
It's me, my body. Can you hear me?
She's not laughing. It must be her. So this week, or actually, after this call, those of you that are coaches and those of you that have are signed up, for the commitment for the next 21 days, you don't know even what the prize is yet. So we're going to discuss that. We have some brainstormed ideas. We're going to discuss that in this call after this and solidify the prize that will be up for grabs, basically, if you are following all the guidelines in the Google Doc. If you have friends that can't sign up, I know I signed up Destiny and put her name down, but if you have friends that can't edit the doc and add their name, make sure that they get added, and they do have to have all of their information to their coach. And if their coach is not an active participant or even in the group, then what they want to do is send it to I was going to say just another coach that they're connected to is totally fine. As long as they're getting that in, and then there can be verification of that. And the reason being is this. It's not that we want to see what you look like half naked. And it's when I say half naked, because some of you send pictures in like your sports bra and your Speedos, not Speedos, Spanx, not Spanx. What are those things called? The bike shorts from a long time ago? What do they call those? People wear them under their umbros.
I still call them bike shorts.
Okay, bike shorts. I thought there was a name for them. But so anyway, it's so that you actually take them, so that you can see the difference in the end. Because honestly, most people are going to skip out and tell their coach that they did it. And the only reason why I know that that happens is because I did it. I tell little white lies every once in a while, and therefore I think everybody else does too. So I'm like, well, take the pictures to make sure that you're taking the pictures and doing your weight measurements and doing your weight scale measurement as well. It's going to be so beneficial to you so that you can see what happened. Because when you're in it and doing this, you don't see the changes that the camera will show you. Okay? So that's why it's so, so, so important, and that's why we require it. I know that there's some coaches that require people to post their before pictures in their group, and I don't do that because I think that weight loss is a very personal thing. So that's why we require it to be sent privately to your coach, and that coach is never, ever, ever going to share that without your permission. Say you've done, you're so proud of your round and you want to scream it from the rooftops, your coach can say, hey, do you mind if I share that with your story, on Facebook? And most of you know that that doesn't happen very regularly, that we don't just go, hey, can I share that? We celebrate what's going on in a really private way. And we might do a post or something about it, but we don't include pictures or name just for privacy. But if you want your coach to share, then definitely let your coach know. But we will do a collage for you if you don't know how to do that, as just a little nice thing in the end so that you can see your picture before and after, side by side, and see what really happened from day 1 to day 22. And you're going to take those pictures on day 22, so you have a full 21 days, to complete, and then it's the next morning or the next day. At some point in time, you're going to take those final pictures, your measurements, and your weight. Now, everyone will keep track of their own progress in terms of whether or not they participated daily, because daily participation is key. And the reason we're requiring that is because so many people quit in the first week. If they took a bite of something that they know is not on plan, or if they had too much of something, or maybe they missed a workout, or 2 or 3. So many people give up on themselves in that first week, and we want to help people push through and make it to the end. Because in the end of those 21 days, 3 days of eating something you're not supposed to, or 3 days of not doing your workout is not going to affect your results in a huge way. You're still going to see results, but if you stop after week 1, you're not going to. Usually if people stop, it's because they didn't take all their measurements, and say maybe they only were focused on weight. And so week 2 comes along, and they were so excited by the large amount that they lost on week 1, they expected the same for week 2, but when it was a lot lower, and they think, oh my gosh, but I worked so hard, and I got my workout in every day, my food was on point, but what they were missing was the inches. They might have lost 7 inches that week, but they don't know because they didn't take it. So that's why it's so important that you follow the guidelines so that you can be in on it, and we want to reward that as well. So in the end, whoever's there, whoever's left that has participated daily, was inspiring, uplifting, just supportive to everybody else in the group, as well. Meaning, someone comes in and they're feeling a little maybe challenged, and you know exactly how they feel, and for you to share what works for you or what worked for you when that happened to you is just something awesome that the whole group benefits from, including myself. So we all benefit from each other. The journey, is something that we share and that we have in common. So helping everybody get from A to B, from day 1 to 22, is our goal. So does anybody have any questions about what's to happen going into this round? You guys are like pros anyway.
Carrie, when are you going away?
We leave Tuesday morning in a week.
Okay. And are you leaving us for a week? Or are you going to
Oh, yeah.
via the computer?
No, I was just thinking that too, and I was like, oh, Sunday someone else will have to take over the call. I'll have to see, who's available. But oh yes, I'm leaving you. I usually unplug when I go on the trips. It's funny because you'll see a lot of people doing this on the beach and doing this at the pool, and I'm like, I just no, I'm not. And it's funny because they'll have Wi-Fi, but it's slow Wi-Fi, so it takes you forever to do anything.
Right.
So I will be unplugged. You might see a picture here and there, maybe, because I haven't really told people on the outside of Facebook and the public arena Facebook that we're going away, because we were robbed a year ago. Was it May 30th? Was it a year ago now? Oh Lord, it was May 30th. We weren't even in our house for a year yet. And the guy the main guy who robbed us, there were several other people with us, or with him. His sentencing hearing is actually the day we leave.
Aww.
So I'm just like, I'm just not going to tell anybody that we're going, but of course I'll share pictures after. So you may see on the outside of Facebook, the public part, I will have posts scheduled, and you'll think, oh, she said she wasn't going to work. She's totally working. But those are scheduled, and I'll have those scheduled so that it looks as if I'm still here, even though I'm not. So, we have a full alarm system and everything. The windows and doors are all covered. If somebody were to break a window, it's going to sound like there's a cop car sitting inside the house. So it's kind of disorienting because it's happened a couple times, here. But yeah, so I don't really, and actually when I go away too, I'm going to turn off all the tags to my page so that any pictures that are taken don't go to my wall. I have to approve them, and I approve them when I get back. So it's weird to have to live like that, but I feel better doing that. So, but what the plan is we will have, I mean, you guys know in that private setting that I'm leaving, but nobody else, like I'm not blasting it out there, because I'm not really sure that our burglary was kind of a chance thing. With the 6 degrees of separation, how I'm finding out who knows who and who's connected to who, I'm like, yeah, I don't think this was a chance thing. It's just, it's too weird. It's too close, if that makes sense. And the more, yeah, I'm finding things out by chance, and it's just from Facebook, and I'm going, oh, so-and-so's connected to so-and-so. Well, maybe they did see something about me going to Tampa before, because I was gone for girls' weekend, and when it happened, and normally Dan would have been home because he works 3rd shift. But that day, he happened to go out to our New York house to paint the back porch. And when he came back, everything was smashed and had gone through, and stuff was stolen and all that fun stuff. So when he texted me when I was in Tampa, he's like, hey, someone broke into our house. And I'm like, he's so mad because I'm such an overpacker. In the end, I pull stuff out and I leave piles. I'm like, he's so mad, right? And so I call him. He's like, I got to go. The cops are here. I'm like, he's not kidding. Like, it was the weirdest thing. It was the craziest thing. So he wasn't kidding, and it was all for drug money. Heroin's big and eerie. And they won guns and jewelry. So, I mean, I'm just glad they didn't want anybody here, cowards. But if somebody would have ended up dead in my house, and I'm not really sure who it would have been, because they took a loaded gun that if he would have been home, he would have been sleeping. And there's a loaded gun that they took that either he would have grabbed and shot, or somebody would have grabbed. I'm sure. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a good thing overall that happened. But anyway, he gets sentenced that morning, and then we head out. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, somebody else will be covering. There's lots of awesome coaches in the group. Christine is one of them. She's sitting, if you guys can see the same thing I see, she's sitting next to Anne Marie to her right. But of course, I think you guys all see. Just go ahead and wave. Go ahead and wave, Christine.
Hi, Christina.
Hi.
Is she waving? No.
I was.
Did you? Oh, your hand was like invisible. I didn't see it. That was
I
really
wave so fast. It's like a blur.
Yeah, she's in there. Trisha's in there, who you guys see her pictures. I don't even know how she does those photo collages. She has these cool things she puts on them all the time. Dana too. They're getting all high tech. Dana's in there. There'll be there's quite a bit of coaches in there. You guys aren't going to go unsupported for sure. But I want to make sure that you guys have coverage for the support call as well too, and we'll let you know who that is. So, but yeah, I will be unplugged. I'll be thinking of you, but I will be unplugged. Yeah.
I have a question, Carrie. Now, if you don't make this call, that doesn't count though for it, right?
Yeah, because you know what? Some people are working right now, and it's not really fair to make the call. I think mandatory. Now, we could say you have to listen to the recording and comment below something that was like a nugget or something. But to me, we're all adults, you know what I'm saying? And if you want the support, need the support, awesome. And the overall goal is for everyone to get from day one to the end, regardless of what happens. For most people, everybody knows where they would quit. Everybody knows they're that point where they're like, I'm done, because I suck, and that's just the way it goes. I can never do anything, I fail at everything I try. See, and we want to get people talking more positively to themselves and saying, you know what, this is hard, and this is where I normally give up, but not this time. Not now, and I'm not giving up on me. And they just continue to go because, and if the prize is the motivator, okay, but because everybody else is doing it. Everybody else is continuing on, no matter what. So if we're going to all do what everybody else is doing, let's have it be a positive thing,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey, I like your sign in the back, Anne Marie. Did you get that at Hobby Lobby?
What? Relax?
Yes.
No, actually, Home Goods, I think it was.
I have one that says Dream, and it looks like it's the same. You know, like same color-ish.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the color of my living room. This is actually my the kids' room and, well, kids' room. My grandkids stay in here in my office, so it's a mess today. I can't even close the door because of my laundry room excursion over the weekend, so I have books and stuff blocking the doorway.
I'll show you my laundry pile. There you go. That's why I'm not sitting over but then to the step. I'm like, I better sit where it looks clean, at least, you know, whatever. There's stuff on the floor. See, we can hide stuff, but that is my laundry pile. And I may or may not get to that before we leave. I'm going to prioritize what needs to be clean, what doesn't.
Right.
But yeah, totally get that. So, so going into this week, everybody's set. You're set with your food. You're set with how much water you should be drinking. Everybody understand?
Yep.
Okay. And if you're watching this recording, you want to take your body weight and you want to drink half of that in ounces. And just spread it out throughout the day, and it's really not hard. If you're a person who has over 100 ounces a day to drink, if you get up in the morning and start with 8 ounces, set your alarm for an hour later, and every hour you drink 8 ounces that you're awake, you'll shock yourself how easy that is to just get that in. So, all right. So if anybody does have any questions, what time is it? 8:38. That's it? No questions? We're good?
Good.
You guys are pros. We need to come up with a gang name because you guys are always here. And a sign, like a flash our gang sign. One that looks cool that you don't have to go, how do you do that? You know, I don't know. Yeah, something. All right. Have a great week, you guys. We will see you. I will see you next Sunday, for sure, which is the Sunday before I leave. And let's see. I think that's about it. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. And if you haven't turned in your pictures, measurements, all that kind of stuff, you guys have till midnight tonight. So if you have a accountability partner that is said, hey, I'm in, and you see on that document that it doesn't say yes next to it, I am not a chaser. I am not a convincer. Like, if you put your name, I expect you to kind of follow through with it. And if you don't, I'm not going to say, hey, don't forget. You know, so if you know someone and you want to be their reminder, you can. But to me, this call is a reminder. So if they're listening to it and watching it, they will be able to do what they need to do so that they're in the running for a cool prize. Lots of really neat ideas, and I even had some more ideas pop into my head today, so I think we'll be set for the rest of the year in terms of ideas for prizes and what's going to go down. So that'll be fun. Have a great week, you guys, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks for being here.
Bye.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.